The HomeServe Guide to Hanging Wallpaper. Wallpaper is a great way of brightening up your room, but it's a messy job if you don't know what you are doing. Before you start, watch How to Prepare Your Wall for Wallpapering. Depending on the size of the wall you are papering, it shouldn't take you more than a few hours to do. If you feel up to the job, HomeServe is here to show you how to do it. Step 1. Gear. To do a good job, you'll need scissors, a tape measure, a large soft wall brush, a fold-up pasting table or wipe clean table, a bucket, a plumb line, a pencil, a paper hanging brush, and wallpaper paste. This is usually sold as powder or flakes for mixing, but to save time and hassle, you can buy it ready mixed. Step 2. Measure and cut the wallpaper. Carefully measure the length required, which is normally the height of the wall, and cut from the roll. Make sure that you allow an extra 50 mm at both the top and bottom for final trimming. Always make sure that the pattern is the right way up and never ever assume that the outside of the roll is the top. This could lead to all sorts of trouble and hilarity from others. Before cutting the next lengths, ensure that the pattern matches up with previous ones. Top tip. After you've cut it, mark the back of the paper with a T at the top. This will avoid any confusion later on. Step 3. Plumb spirit level. The last thing you want is wonky wallpaper, so mark a vertical pencil line against a plumb line or spirit level. The plumb line should be about 25 mm less than the width of the roll away from the starting point, so you end up papering over it, and there's no chance of it being seen through the seam later on. Step 4. Pasting. Now you get to the messy bit. Spread a length of wallpaper face down on the table and start to brush the paste down the length and out towards the edges. Don't pull the brush back across the edge of the paper, as it will leave paste on the front of the paper. If you do manage to get paste on the front, don't panic. Just dab it off with a wet sponge. Step 5. Soaking. Once pasted, fold the paper inwards, bottom to middle and top to middle. Then put the paper to one side to soak. Check the instructions to see how long it needs to be soaked for. Don't try and skip this step to save time, as by allowing it to soak, it minimises blisters on the hung wallpaper. Step 6. Hang. Once the paper has soaked, pick up the top of the paper and lightly stick the top half of the length to the wall. Allowing the 50 mm for trimming, slide the paper into position. Smooth down the middle with a paper hanger's brush and then work out towards the edge, removing air bubbles as you go. Step 7. Trim. Take the scissors and carefully run the back of them along the angle of the ceiling and the top of the wall, and the skirting at the bottom. Gently pull the paper away from the wall and trim the excess. Then brush back into place so it looks nice and neat. Step 8. Tidy. Now all you need to do is tidy it up and make sure it looks like a professional has done it. Wipe the surplus paste from the surface of the paper and the ceiling and the skirting with a damp sponge. So that is your first length of wallpaper done. Keep following the steps until you have completed the room and your home looks fantastic. Another job well done.